Good morning, everyone, and happy independence to Nigeria. Today is October 1, 2021, and Nigeria is 61 years old today. Nigeria gained our independence on October 1st, 1960, through the efforts of national leaders like Tafawa Balewa, Amadi Bello, Nnamdi Azikiwe, and Obafemi Awolowo, to mention a few. Now, today being the Independence Day in Nigeria, I'm going to talk about Nigeria and I'm going to take questions and answers from Nigerians on many issues happening in their own individual lives and to Nigeria as a whole. Now, to celebrate Nigeria's independence, I'm going to be giving out a giveaway. I'm going to be making a giveaway on the channel for the first time since about 2 years ago that I started this YouTube channel. The giveaway I'm going to be making is that in the comment section below, you will mention how many times I mentioned the word Nigeria from the start to the end of this video. How many times did I mention the word Nigeria? So if you do that and you get it correctly, I'm going to give you a recharge card or data that is worth 1,000 naira. Also, the number 2 question is that how many times am I going to be mentioning subscribe within this 3 hours of this video? I'm taking this live broadcast from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Today is a public holiday in Nigeria, and instead of whiling away the time, wasting the time, I want to also contribute my quota to Nigeria. And as you can see, I'm wearing green and my background is white to show that I am a Nigerian and I'm happy to be a Nigerian and to be in Nigeria, and I believe Nigeria can be great. So the giveaway, number 1 is that how many times am I going to mention Nigeria, or how many times will I mention, is Nigeria mentioned within this 3-hour video? And number 2 is that how many times do I mention subscribe? As we go on, I'm going to giving out other giveaway, whether I'm going to be mentioning subscribe or subscription. How many times when I refer to this YouTube channel, how many times do I mention the word subscribe or subscription? It's still the same word, subscribe and subscription. How many times? And then also the word Nigeria. As we go on, I'm going to be mentioning other giveaways. I have about a lot of giveaway, up to 10,000 naira to give away. Already now we have 2,000. So if 2 people got the answers correctly, I'm going to do a raffle and I'll pick only one individual. So I'm going to decide the winner through a simple raffle. So for the first one is 1,000, for the second one is 1,000. So let's get down to the video now. Nigeria is celebrating our independence today. Is that after graduating with BSc in microbiology, what is the employment rate of those who are graduating as microbiologists? When they go out, what rate are they getting employed? Number 1 is that I don't have the exact data or statistics of the rate of the employment, but approximately I think 5 to 10% of fresh graduates in any field get employed. About just 5 to 10% in Nigeria. I don't have the exact data. You can get that from the Ministry of Labor or whatever. But at least from the things I see around, personal observation and interaction, just about 5 to 10% or 15% of graduates in any fields get employed within the first 5 years or so of leaving the university or college of education or polytechnic. The government is aware of this. The reason for this is not far-fetched. The manufacturing sector in Nigeria has not been functioning as it ought to be functioning. So what we observe is that instead of job creation, jobs are being lost because manufacturing companies are leaving the country, and you see them going to Ghana and going to other places. So the people that is supposed to employ into the labor force are not employed. Other countries are getting that. What the government is encouraging individuals to do through the CBN and loan to entrepreneurs is that people should start businesses, no matter how small. If we have 10,000 graduates or 5,000 or 6,000 from one university, and these 6,000 graduates, let's say 500 get jobs with the government or with other private sectors, then the remaining 5,000 create jobs. Then the first that create job are able to employ 2 or 3 people or 5 people. They will not be having problem of unemployment in Nigeria. So what individuals should do is that every graduate should think of creating jobs, think of starting a company. When you are finishing school, be thinking of what you can start. If you study microbiology, what can you start? Can you go into some form of microbiological production or microbiological processes? Now, talking about production, let me tell you, production is not a must that you start the production process and finish it. A company may be doing a particular set of production. You can take where the company ends their production and you can package the product and take it to the market. You have transformed the product. You have made the product into another form. One of the products that I know about as a microbiologist that I am by training is sewage. Sewage is waste. It can be agricultural waste, can be from anywhere. People pack sewage from their houses, then they are going to be dumped somewhere. Agricultural sewage, also the excreta from agricultural products are packed and are bagged. Somebody said they sell it 300 naira per one. They keep it for the people and keep it, and we have many poultries around. A graduate that is forward-looking, forward-thinking can go into that business. You have the brain, you are lettered, you can write. Go into that business, go and collect it all over. But instead of collecting at 300, you can collect at 200. And you have a place where you keep them and you dry them. You can process it and you can mash it and you can bag it. Do you know how much they sell a bag of fertilizer? A bag of fertilizer is quite expensive. I've bought a bucket, just a paint, a rubber paint, a small rubber paint of fertilizer, bought it 800, 1,000 naira. So that, and you have that paint about 10 or 8 or 12 in a sack, and they have sold a sack for you at 300. So you can get those sacks together and then you process it and maybe add 1 or 2 things, and then you become a fertilizer producer and you get other people. This knowledge you have learned in the school, you can put it into good use. And this is part of the things I teach my own students in the class, that they can use that thing to feed themselves. And in fact, in the class, you don't need to take the wet to start marketing the wet aspect of it. You market the dry one, you dry it and market it. And we have enough sunlight in Africa. And if there's no sunlight, we have what is called the oven. As microbiologists, as a scientist, you know what the oven does. You may not raise it to the normal temperature that the oven gets to. It may just be at an average temperature for some days, and then to dry, you bring it out, it's ready for the market. You bag it and you put your name on it. You customize it. And do you know the rate that people are buying fertilizers? The federal government is pumping money into agriculture. So people are going to farming, and then you are going to fertilizer. See, anything government is saying people should do, I've learned from experience. Please key into the thing, because government will support whatever he's saying that he's going to do. Government will support it. I was surprised the CBN loan through United Bank, people are getting the loan. People are getting the loan. People are getting it. They say we just applied and we just waited. They just called us to come and do this, to come and do this, and they got the loan without any type of connection. So wake up as graduates. The solution is job creation. Now, another individual have asked me that we want to talk about job creation. What skill? The individual have asked me that when we talk about job creation, what skill are we particularly looking at? When we talk about job creation, that what skill is marketable? Let me tell you, you are not in the NCE, College of Education, for joke. You are not in the Polytechnic for play, and you are not in the university for play. You are there to learn a skill. You have a discipline that took you there. Focus on that discipline and look at that discipline and look at the money inside of that discipline. Look at the money inside of that discipline. The discipline, what you are studying in the university, your area of study, your discipline. Don't you see they even call it discipline? When you say you discipline somebody, do you know what it means? That means you make the person to become better. Though we think about punishment, they also punish you in the school. Do this assignment, do the homework, you do tests, you go for lecture. It's punishment. Sometimes you don't want to wake up, but you remember that if I don't go, it's 10 marks. So Why is it that everybody come for exam? It's a discipline. If you don't go for the exam and you are not sick, you don't have valid reason, you will have failed the course. So because it's a discipline, people go in. Now you have learned a particular course of study for 4 years. Look inside that course of study. It's a discipline, it's a skill. You have gotten some skills that nobody else had. As a microbiologist, there are some skills I have. You don't have it if you're not a microbiologist. And I demonstrate some of these skills sometimes. My students are looking there, wow. And you can use that skill anywhere. If you are a microbiologist, for example, you can open a lab. And if you have learned the skill, I've used the word again, if you have learned the skill. Many people are out there, they don't learn the skill. They just want to finish and get the pali, the certificate, and go. Such people, if you open a lab for them, the first individual brings sample to analyze, they mess it up. The second one, they mess it up. The third one, they mess it up. Nobody will take sample there again. But if people come to your lab and they discover that you did the work they give you to do very well, they will keep coming. Now, when I talk about lab, it's not just medical lab. You can open a general lab where what you just do is culturing. You can culture bacteria. Your BSc degree qualifies you to culture bacteria. Your BSc certificate in microbiology qualifies you to culture bacteria, not to culture it for medical purposes. You can culture it to identify it for students in the university, and you can send it out and you keep it. Students need the isolates. They come to you. They give it to you, or you can your own can just be identification. You collect it. You station yourself near university where they don't have molecular identification. You station yourself there. They come to you. You collect it. You go to where they can do it. You serve as the middleman. And there are many things that can be done. Even in talking about the skill, there are many things. If you are a grounded student in the school, you can use your skill. You can use your skill. This YouTube channel I'm doing now is like it's a skill I'm using. I've gone to primary school, I've gone to secondary school, I can read, I can write, I've gone to university, I've gone to places, I've seen things, I've read books, and I'm sharing my experiences because it's a skill I have that I can read something, I can learn something, I understand, and I can explain it to somebody else. So it's a skill. If you have that, it's a skill. So there are many, many ways you can make money in using different skills by which you can make money from. So the choice is yours. You have to decide. Which skill are you going to use? Sit down. Don't let me start giving you and saying, this skill, think about this skill, think about this one. No. You sit down and think. Think. You are in university, or you are finished university, you are finished polytechnic, complete college of education. What skill do you have? When you went to school, you are expected to have a particular skill. Do you have that skill? If you are still in school, make sure you get a skill. And if you have left school, go back to somebody who can teach you the skill. And then you can go on and earn from the skill. So that is the first thing I'm going to say. Now, the second thing is going into different kinds of skills. There are different kinds of skills. I've spoken about skills on my YouTube channel. There are 1001 skills. And by the way, if you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Olubin Galetun YouTube channel, please click the subscription button and click notification bell also. Nigeria is going to be great, and we are going to make it great together. We are going to make it great together. You can see Nigeria is 61 today. My background is white and I'm wearing green. So the green, white, green is symbolic of Nigeria. Let's make Nigeria great together by contributing our quota. Our leaders are trying. Let's encourage them and let's do what we ought to do. When everyone contributes his own part, things are going to get better in the country. Now, number two thing I want to say about skill is that everybody should be a producer. Everybody in Nigeria today, to make Nigeria great, should be a producer. Now, the dollar exchange rate, dollar to naira, the CBN governor was saying just about last week or upper week, and clamping down Aboki FX, their website. Now, we import virtually everything. We import rice. With the whole land that we have, we import rice. One of the playlists on my YouTube channel is about agriculture, it's about farming. I've seen that farming is a big business. You can make money from maize. I've done that video. You can make money from elubo. You can make money from plantain. You can make money from yam, from banana. Get a plot of land. Instead of building house on it, fence it. Plant banana there. Plant banana. Every year you will go and can be getting money, much more than you get if you put tenants there. So what are we talking about? And you don't need to do much stress. You don't need to pay NEPA. The tenant will carry your no banana will carry we need NEPA to stay. They don't no banana need water. During the rainy season, rain will fall on them. They will enjoy. During the dry season, they will still survive. And they will keep on increasing. All you just need to do is to weed them during the rainy season. You weed. During the dry season, you don't need to weed again because it will dry, the grasses will dry up. So there are many things you can do in this country to make it great. So everyone should go into something. Now some people say the house I'm living is brick that is on the floor. See, graduates, you talk about skill. There are many skills. All you just need to do is to determine that you want to start. Some people finish school immediately, they get a job in the bank. They get a job in the bank, they get a job in oil company, they get a job in different insurance company, they get a job in a school, international school. But do you know that they are using the whole of their time? Someone who got a job in a bank, if they tell you what they're going through, you will prefer to just set up your own business. They'll go through a lot. And they go, the banker, the guy will abuse them. They will abuse them, abuse everything out of them. They will just take it and they will continue with the job. And after some years, they can just say, this bank is having a problem. You just go. Once my friends say when they can't log in, that means they have been sacked. Then they go and meet their Oga and say, Oga, I can't log in. No. The Oga will not tell them, you are sorry, take your letter. But if you start sack farming and you just plant vegetable, do you know what you're going to make from it? They will be looking at you that what is this graduate brother doing? It's just they'll be going and coming looking at you. Until when you start selling and you are buying vegetable from you are making 1,000 every day, 2,000 every day, 3,000 every day, 5,000 every day. And if you plant vegetable when it is in season, you plant it. When it's out of season, you plant it and water it. And you get water and you water the vegetable garden. You'll be surprised how much you're going to make. That is a skill. You put get fertilizer, put sand in sack, and arrange the sack one after the other, 10 today, 10 tomorrow, 10 in a week. If you put 10 every day in a week, you've got about 100 bags, and then you plant vegetable there. And then after 1 month, you start harvesting. And if you know how to cut it very well, you don't need to uproot everything. And you're harvesting, you sell to people fresh. They'll be coming to you to buy in the whole of your neighborhood. And you become a wonder. You'll be surprised how much you're going to make. Then if you are now going to exotic vegetables, medicinal vegetables, people will be looking for you from anywhere. What graduates need to do, in fact, you'll be an employer of labor. To graduates in Nigeria, please, let's look into this. I have a YouTube short on sack farming, and I have about 2 YouTube also short on sack farming, where we have just small ewedu garden. I showed it. Where we started sack farming, I showed it. Not too big, just around the house. Where we have vegetable, I showed it. Where we have the netted one, I showed it. At least, if you can, everybody can be doing all this, the amount of imports you're going to have are going to reduce. Then going to the production of fertilizer, I've said that, so that it will cut down the amount of foreign exchange you spend on buying fertilizer from abroad. These are the things that youth today can do, and we can be able to use it to lift our country up. I've spoken about the production of elubo and many others. Can go into different skills. Engineering, you have an estate and you are an engineer, and they have taught you how the telephone was developed. They've taught you in school. Then you are waiting, you want to by force enter MTN. And MTN did recruitment. They didn't take you. Out of 200 people in your class, they took 1. In the other school, they took 2. In the other university, they took 1. In the other university, they took 1, 2, like that for that year. And you are waiting for the next year. Next year, other graduates will come. And you are going to a mountain to pray. And you are in your room praying. You are praying. Other people are praying too. The one that is easy, available, you don't want to do it. You know how radio works in your estate. Why am I using MTN to call my neighbor? when you are an engineer, electrical engineer, and you can connect the estate, you can connect 5 neighbors, and you can test run it for free. Just test run it for free. When they see it's working, they will pay you. The problem we have is that nobody wants to do anything for free. You can test run. If you know you are very, very good at it, you can test run it for free. You test run it for free, and you connect this neighbor to that neighbor to that neighbor to that neighbor, about 5 houses, and you do the connection, and they can pick up something from here and say hello, and they hear in that place. And if there is a lot of paperwork on security to do, go and do it, and then you get that done. So instead, and it's your neighbors will use it for free. So once they want to call themselves, they call themselves for free, instead of using when we use the MTN or whatever. Sorry, I'm not advertising for MTN. I'm not advertising for any mobile network. When they want to use any mobile net data or network, they have to. That means they're not at home. Once they're at home, neighbor to neighbor, they will use what are prepared for them. All these things are taught in the school, but we don't sit down and go through it. Maybe they are regular.